wish I had two heads. So I'm going to, maybe it has to come down just a little. Just a little. Thanks, Andrew. Andrew is my tour manager, and he is, I know somewhere is Lenny Kay. Where are you, Lenny? Stand up. Hopefully see you tomorrow. We were talking about dreams. I do have daydreams. I have funny dreams, stories. This is a dream that is gleaned from reality. For my country, a terrible reality. And it was a dream the night before the inauguration of our current president, who I do not choose to name. I dreamed of a long train of migrants walking from one end of the earth to another, far beyond the ruins of what had once been home. They walked through deserts and barren plains and strangling wetlands, where wide ribbons of inedible algae, brighter than the Persian sky, wrapped around their ankles. They walked dragging their banners behind, clothed in the fabric of lamentations, seeking the extended hand of humankind, shelter where none was offered. They walked where wealth was shuttered within works of architectural mastery, immense boulders encasing modern huts, ingenuously obscured by dense indigenous vegetation. The air within was dry, yet all doors, windows, and wells were hermetically sealed, as if in anticipation of their coming. All doors were closed. And I dreamed that all their hardships were viewed on global screens, personal tablets, two-way wristwatches, becoming a popular form of reality-based entertainment. All watched dispassionately as they tread unforgiving ground, hope bleeding into hopelessness, yet all sighed with emotion as art flourished. Musicians rose from their torpor, composing mesmerizing works of symphonic suffering. Sculpture sprang as if from the covered ground. Muscular dancers depicted the torments of the exiled, rushing the lengths of great stages as if overcome by pneumatic futility. All watched riveted, even as the world in its dependable folly kept spinning. And I dreamed the monkey leapt upon it, this mirror ball of confusion, and broke into dancing. And in my dream, it was pouring, as if with a heartbroken vengeance. Yet unconscious of the weather, I went without a raincoat, walking all the way to Times Square. People were gathering before a mammoth screen, watching the inauguration. And a young lad, the very same who alerted the populace that the emperor had no clothes, cried, "Look, he's back again. You let him out of the bag." The festivities were followed by a new installment of a reenactment of the trials of the migrants. Wooden boats streaked with gold lay abandoned in the shallow waters. A gilded mascot descended, screeching and flapping its monstrous wings. Dancers writhed in agony as barbs of compassion pricked their feet. The onlookers wrung their hands in sympathetic fury. Yet this was nothing to those walking the earth, the circumference killers, tracing words in the wind-swept hand, tracing words in the wind-swept sands. Portray us if you must, but we are the living thorns. And yes, the babies will cry and the children will cry, because this is what we are crying about. And to hear a child's cry in the middle of speaking this is very moving, because if we don't make change in our world, all our children will be crying. must. But we are the living thorns, the pierced and the piercing. And I awoke, and what was done was done. The human chain was in motion, and their voices played in the air like a cloud of ravaging insects. One cannot approximate truth, add nor take away. For there is no one on earth like the true shepherd, and there is nothing in heaven like the suffering of real life.